Hello everyone. Today's topic is celebrity endorsements and do they still work? You've written an article on it. You should have plenty to say.
Yeah, but before we go into the details of what celebrity endorsement is, let's set the ground rules first.
Okay.
So there's a difference between celebrity endorsement and casting celebrity as a model.
All right.
Let's take example of Fawwad Khan, for example, common name these days. Fawwad Khan in a Pepsi ad, that's the one in which he
Oh
does
yes,
this.
I've tried it. Doesn't work.
Doesn't work, I know. But in that particular ad or a service ad, he's a model. He's not coming out as Fawwad Khan himself.
Okay, clear.
But if you'd see Q Mobile ad, in which he's saying I'm Fawwad Khan and I use Q Mobile, in that's a celebrity endorsement. So
and
that's
he's
the
being
major
depicted
difference.
as
himself, and he's asking people to use the product he uses himself.
Okay.
So that's the difference between celebrity endorsement and casting celebrity as a model. Okay, so that's part one. But I ask you this question first. As a human being, have you been affected by celebrity endorsement, and have you ever purchased a product endorsed by your favorite celebrity?
Well, I just admitted that I tried the Pepsi thing, but okay.
Was it because of Fawwad Khan?
On endorsements, Amir Khan is my favorite actor. Okay. He endorses Titan watches, but I don't buy them. So I use a different brand.
Why?
I simply don't buy into the message that Titan are the best watches, or the association with Amir Khan doesn't compel me to buy it.
Well, that's you. At the same time, there are millions of people who are buying a product about which Kim Kardashian, for example, tweets, and she charges money for this, by the way. So when she tweets, the product goes off the shelf in weeks easily, and millions of products we're talking about. So there's still a large number of people who are buying into this idea of celebrity endorsement, and they are buying the products, whereas you are not.
Sure is.
So what's the difference between you and them, that they are affected by it and you're not?
Fair question. And it required a little bit of research. And according to one of the researchers, simply on the demographic side, the research says that these people are younger people.
I'm also young, you're also young.
Let's say we're 35 age group, this is younger than that, so below 30,
even younger.
Exactly.
Even younger.
The same research actually also says that men somehow are more likely to follow celebrity endorsements rather than females. Don't ask me why.
That I didn't know.
But that's also a quirky fact.
Okay.
But by far the meat of the difference comes on the psychographic side, and that's where another research done by the University of Arkansas came up with two very good conclusions, or let's say very substantial conclusions. The first one was that when people look at their favorite celebrities endorsing something, and then they actually go on and use the product that they're endorsing, they somehow in their minds adapt the same abilities and performance levels of those celebrities.
So if I'm using a product Dhoni uses, I'll start playing like him.
You will start playing like him, you will become Mr. Cool, you will be Captain Cool, and so on.
Okay.
Same thing for Roger Federer. If you come to maybe actors and actresses, then same thing on their acting ability or on their fame levels.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the first part, that you somehow take on the ability or the performance levels of the celebrity. The second part was where the whole persona and other traits also become your own.
Okay.
This is all in the mind, obviously. So the whole entourage, the whole persona, the whole fame, the whole lights and glamour of it comes to you as well. So you start thinking that if I'm using again the bike that Dhoni endorses, then I'm getting the same celebrity level as he's getting. I'm getting the same number of people following me around, and you get other traits of the celebrity as well.
So if that's how it's defined, then it looks like celebrity endorsement is here to stay, because this will not change anytime soon.
Looks like it, but the same research also has a huge caveat or a huge watch out, and that is that those celebrities have to be saints, and they have to remain so for the duration of your association with them.
Which effectively means there's Tiger Woods and there's Lance Armstrong, so they cannot be counted in this segment, because they were at one point huge stars, completely saints as you said, but not anymore because they fell from grace.
They become blowbacks, yes.
Okay, so if that's the case, then I put you on the spot and I'll ask you, would you take Muhammad Amir as a brand endorser for your brand?
Tough question. Conventional wisdom would say no, because he's tainted and you want to strike away from controversies.
Yes.
However, you might, in this specific case, give the audience or the consumers a bit more credit. So you say that they've evolved and they want to be closer to reality, so they believe in committing mistakes, in second chances and coming back. Okay. In that sense, Muhammad Amir is a flag bearer of this and would actually be the perfect fit. What you have to remember is that relevance plays a big role. So if your brand message is fitting, something like an energizer message which keeps going on and on and on.
Okay.
Maybe that could fit in a Mohammad Amir context
As
where
compared
Mohammad
to Shahid
Amir,
Afridi, because that doesn't go
yeah.
on.
So Mohammad Amir is going on and on and on, or is persistent and made a comeback and is trying to establish himself. So
good that you mentioned the brand fit part, because there are many examples where brands fall in this. For example, Roger Federer, you mentioned earlier. So Roger Federer endorses Tag, he endorses Credit Suisse, and he endorses Gillette.
Yeah.
So all three brands, you would think that Roger Federer shaves with Gillette, and then banks with Credit Suisse, and also wears Tag.
And those three are it, apart from his own brand. So
yes,
he doesn't
of course.
go
But
further.
if you see Ronaldo is endorsing Toyota Yaris and at the same time KFC. So that does not make sense at all, because in reality, Ronaldo will not be eating buckets of KFC, and he will definitely not be driving a Toyota Yaris.
It's a question of brand fit,
Yes.
as we've talked about, and it goes back to the findings in the study. So it's also misleading the consumer. I mean, if the study is true, then following these ads, people would eat a lot of KFC and still expect to be like Ronaldo, which is clearly not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
So there is a brand fit question there, and there is a question of not misleading your consumers as well.
And a few other watchouts, I would say, then something, because when I was doing my research on Fawwad Khan, it turned out that he has actually done a Samsung mobile ad at the same time Q mobile ad. So you cannot have a celebrity endorsing your brand when he's already endorsed or at least modeled in another brand's ad.
Great. So if you do decide to go down the celebrity endorsement route, then you have to make sure that they are relevant to your brand and message, that they are exclusive, and that they are saints. And good luck finding saints. So we would like to hear from you now. Do let us know if you get influenced by your favorite celebrities endorsing brands. Thank you for watching.